Welcome to LOAMS, the Lube Oil Analysis Management System. Thank you for joining us for today's enhanced user training. In today's three-part training, you'll learn how to manage equipment, how to track trends using compare graphs and trend graphs, and how to use filters and report distributions. If you've not already done so, we recommend that you visit our LOAMS Resource Center to access training videos, including our standard user training video, which shows you how to get started with the LOAMS online system. With LOAMS, you have complete control over your equipment. To get started, click the Equipment button found at the top of your screen. This takes you to the equipment hierarchy, where you can easily review or modify your equipment. On the left side of the screen, you have equipment hierarchy. On the right side of the screen, you have your details. Where you click on the left determines what is displayed on the right. To expand down to the worksite level, simply click on the name or text of the yellow folders. Yellow folders represent an area or region, while blue folders represent a sampling worksite. By clicking on the sampling worksite on the left, this expands down to the unit level. You'll also notice the details pane on the right will now display account information. On the right, we are given three tabs that list customer details, unit list, and account summary. On the left, you can select on a unit, which will once again update the details page shown on the right. This view allows you to modify a unit or update component information. On the left, you can also select on the component level. The component level allows you to view the complete sample history table, component details, as well as maintenance event history. Maintenance events appear listed here as well as on trend graphs. When we click Add, we see the option to choose either mobile or industrial equipment settings. Well, what are the differences between the mobile and industrial equipment settings? Mobile. With mobile, make and model are required. Also, components are loaded for you automatically based on the make and model that you choose. This is a great option for customers with fleets of mobile equipment. With industrial, make and model are not required. You can add components individually. This is a great option for customers with industrial or stationary equipment. If you do not see one of these settings but would like to access it, please contact your site administrator or the LOAMS support desk. To add a mobile unit, first click on the Mobile button. Start by entering your make and model. Make a selection from the list populated below. Please be as detailed as possible when making a selection. If you do not see your make and model in the drop-down list, click Look Up Models. And if your make and model is not listed in the database, please use the Request New Make and Model button. Fill in the unit ID as well as the optional fields including serial number and age of units. Select the checkboxes for the components you'd like added to your account. To modify a component here, click on the link for that component, and then from here you can update component information including oil type or sample frequency. We'll fill in the rest of these fields here. We'll click Done and then Save. Now to add an industrial unit, select Industrial. As you can see, make and model fields are optional. Again, we'll fill in unit ID and other fields as needed. Now here's where we get to enjoy the flexibility of industrial equipment settings. Click on the plus sign to add a component. Select a type from the drop-down. Here on the right, please pay special attention to the description. The description is the visible information that will be displayed in LOAMS, and we can free type whatever we like here. There are other fields to fill out here, including position, oil information, and sample frequency. When searching for a lube type, please search for lube manufacturer, lube brand, and lube grade. If you do not see the lube type you like, please choose Enter New Lube Type to have that new lube type added into the system. Again, we'll fill in the remainder of these fields, we'll click Done, and then Save. From here, you can modify equipment as well. Click on one of the components on the right, and you're given the option to modify the component record. If you see a piece of equipment listed twice, you can drag and drop those pieces of equipment together. That will merge it. You will receive a message that says, "Are you sure you'd like to merge?" Click Yes, and the components along with the history have now been combined. You can also move units or components between work sites. You simply drag and drop the unit or component. You'll see a message that says, "Are you sure you'd like to move this unit or component?" Click Yes, and you'll see the equipment now listed in its new location. It's that easy. Advanced Graphing. LOAMS offers a variety of powerful graphing tools to help you track trends. The Trend Graph feature allows you to create a customized graph for an individual component. To create a trend graph, just click on Trend Graph, either here or on the Sample Details page. First, select a date range shown at the top left. Then, on the right, select a graph type from the drop-down menu. To customize your graph, choose test types to add. You can save these graph types as well by clicking Save As. Compare Graphs. Compare Graphs lets you compare units of the same make and model or one make and model against another. To begin, select a unit or units with the make and model you wish to graph. Next, select the Compare Graph button. Again, we're going to select a date range, and then on the right, we're going to choose Parameters. First, we'll select an individual unit. This displays the specific results for this single unit. Next, we can select on the make and model shown at the top. This will give us the average values across that entire population of that make and model. Lastly, we can select multiple make and models at once to compare them against each other. We can select here on the right to add or remove grid lines. We also have an option to copy this graph to our clipboard. In our settings, we can also add or remove a data table to the bottom of this graph. Finally, on the right, we can update our graph settings further, and we can choose whether or not we want to show limits and maintenance events. Now we can choose whether or not to update this y-axis. The logarithmic data scale will change the y-axis view by a factor of 10. Use this if you have results that lie far outside the rest of your data. You can also normalize the data scale and use a multiplier to determine wear rates. We'll now show you how to create filters and create report distributions. At the top of your screen, you'll click on Preferences, then Filters. Click New Filter. Filters are saved searches that we can use when searching for samples, creating labels, or for report distributions. We'll name this filter Engine Samples Abnormal or Worse. We can also choose Share in Hierarchy if we want other users who view this site online to be able to view this filter as well. For every filter that we create, we'll select a property, a type, and a value. The great thing about filters is that they're fully customizable. The first condition we'll add will be component, then we'll choose equals, then type engine. Then we'll choose severity and choose only abnormal or worse. Lastly, we'll choose customer list to select the work sites that this filter will apply to. As you can see, there are a large number of conditions that we could choose from here as well. Once we save the filter, it's now listed on the left side of our screen. Now it's time to create a report distribution using the filter that we just created. We click Reports first, then Management Reports. There are 7 management reports to choose from, giving you information including samples due as well as sample turnaround, among others. These management reports can be generated manually, or we can set up automated report distributions to be emailed to us. By default, every user in the LOAMS system receives email notifications every time a sample is complete, as shown in our standard user training video. The power of report distributions is on top of that, you can further create custom report distributions to be emailed, including management reports. First, we click on Report Distributions. Under Reports, we choose Routine Analysis if we want the standard reports. We could also choose one of the management reports here as well. For Filter, we choose the filter we just created a moment ago. If you want this report to have an ending date, choose Expiration Date. Under Frequency, we'll choose by day of the week or by day of the month. Now we go into our address book. Here we can type in names manually or select names listed in our address book and choose Add. Now that we've saved this report distribution, LOAMS will automatically email this report distribution out to these recipients. Thank you very much for watching. This concludes our enhanced user training. If you have any additional questions, we'd love to hear from you. Please call us at 1-800-655-4473. You can also reach us by email at loams@analystinc.com. On behalf of the LOAMS support desk, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.